Hi guys, my name is Dishya and you're watching News18 Showsha. Today we have with us the esteemed jury member of News18 Showsha Reel Awards, Sriram sir. Welcome sir.
Hello, thank you for calling me here.
Sir, I want to start off by asking, how would you describe your association with the Reel Awards?
Well, I've got one earlier for Andhadhun. So I've been coming in earlier when it used to be, I think Rajiv was doing it. I've come here a couple of times and our film won quite a few awards that time. So I'm happy to be there.
Sir, this year Reel Awards is taking a step ahead and including not just honoring Bollywood movies, but we're also looking at OTT releases as well. So how do you see that the OTT platform has evolved in the past 1.5 years?
Well, it's just growing by leaps and bounds. And in fact, I think now there is just too much content. There's almost a glut. So in a way, it's damn good that so many people are getting chances and opportunities and so many stories we can tell. It's also becomes that much tougher to stand out in the crowd.
True.
So you have to be really good at it. Otherwise, you can just be lost. So.
From what I understand, OTT has got the benefit of the unfortunate pandemic that we've been through, and a lot of us got to see a lot more content online than in theaters. But in the past 6 months, especially with Pathan, we've seen that people are ready to come back into cinemas. Do you think that will affect the OTT platform?
I don't think so. I think both are slowly they'll start coexisting and kind of a thing. Yes, there is a tendency. Okay, I will watch this later. I will watch this later. That happens. But I think a certain kind of film, for example, when I think of a subject, I think, okay, is this a big screen movie or not? Will people come for this or not? So that's a individual choice every filmmaker has to make, depending on how he feels about the subject. And there are also subjects which OTT gives you a lot more freedom, and so you may be able to explore it much better on without the pressures of a release, kind of a thing. So there are advantages on both sides and pros and cons as usual.
So you're also coming back after a very long break with Merry Christmas. What prompted you to take such a long break?
No, largely it was the pandemic. We were on the verge of starting another film, 21, which we are now restarting now, which we just had to stop, and everything. That film was about to go on the floors in 4-5 months, and then we just couldn't. And we were planning to shoot extensively with Russian tanks and all that, thanks to the war. So everything has gone topsy-turvy in that sense. So yeah, but I've meanwhile done another film, Merry Christmas. So that's coming out I think in April.
In April, oh. Yeah. You know that movie has such an eccentric pairing of Vijay, Sethupathi and Katrina. How did you end up bringing that concoction?
See, actually, when you see the film, you'll know, because the story is such that I just needed a very offbeat pairing, a casting, and I was trying various combinations and permutations, and I happened to meet Vijay at a festival in Melbourne, and I'd seen some of his films, and then I just felt, what if I kind of do this odd combination, and it has got its curiosity value, I hope. And both are very interesting characters, and when you see the film, you will know why I cast this. But I just wanted it should be two people who have not ever worked with each other, and you can't even think, "Ye saath mein kya karenge?"
A few pictures had surfaced from the sets of Merry Christmas, and I noticed that there are a little more South Indian actors, specifically Tamil. Without prompting you to give us any spoilers, is there a reason that we'll get to see a lot more South Indian actors in the movie? And
actually, see, this film is, it's not one film, it's two films. There's a Hindi film, which has got Vijay Sethupathi and Katrina and one child. And there are a few other characters. There's a Tamil film with the same Vijay Sethupathi, Katrina and the child, and the other actors are different. So I wanted to make a Tamil film also, because since Vijay is a very acclaimed actor in the South, and I thought it will be just good for us to make two versions of this film. They are broadly the same, 95% they are the same, but of course the language, the idiom, everything changes, and some characters also I wanted to change so that it doesn't look like a dubbed film, So, and also I am a Tamilian myself, so this is one chance I thought, let me also try and make a Tamil film. So it is a 2-in-1 kind of film.
As someone born in Chennai, I'm actually looking forward to the Tamil version more. I'm being very honest. I'm so sorry.
Well, that choice, but then I'm sure if you like it, you'll watch both versions.
You also mentioned 21, and you recently made the announcement that two people from starkly different generations are coming together. You've got Dharamji coming in, you've got Agastya coming in. How did you make that happen?
See, initially, 21 was supposed to be made, the character was supposed to be played by Varun Dhawan. I had spoken to him, we had sort of finalized a whole lot of things. Then, after the pandemic, there was a large gap, this 4-year gap, and I started feeling that, because the keys from the title itself is about a young boy, who's just joined the army, and within 2 months it's all over for him, and he's done some spectacular things in that time. So I just felt Arun, he's a terrific actor. He was my first choice, but I didn't want that screen age to sort of, even the audience to think, isko kya 21 bol rahe, kind of thing, So it was like that. So, and then when I met Agastya, I sort of, neither of us knew that we were thinking of, I just, my producer arranged a meeting kind of a thing. And I just thought, okay, this is the boy kind of a thing. And he's very raw, which is what I want actually. I just want somebody who I can, in a sense, make him into an army brat for this movie, army kid for this movie and so on. So that was Agastya, and Dharamji is somebody I completely, love and respect as an actor. And luckily I had a role for somebody of his stature and his age. And I approached him, and he, as usual, is he's more excited than a newcomer in that sense, So he loved the character and the subject and everything. So he was on, just as I narrated to him in half an hour, he said, yeah, of course, and so on.
This project has made everyone in my office excited because the combination is so different, and you in the middle, we're all looking forward to this one.
Thank you.
I want to shift the focus a little on the Oscars. This year, India has got 3 honorable mentions or 3 honorable nominations this year. What is your opinion on that?
We got 3 nominations, which is fab. And of course, RRR, we all hoping that, the song already got a lot of recognition. I'm actually very happy that the 2 documentaries that have been nominated, and I think, I feel both deserve to win. At least one. I don't know. I feel our documentaries are at least getting the spotlight, and that will really go a long way, So it's good. And plus, with RRR, the West is going mad on that movie, and that's great. It's high time.
Do you think that this year is a very landmark year for Indian cinemas in the West? Like now, people will actually, go forward and campaign their movies a little more in the West rather than just looking at film festivals as a platform to show their movies?
I don't know. It depends on the movie. See, for example, when you're making a film like a big Indian film, your audience is really the audience you want, and so of course, to get a larger audience is always good. What happened to China with, say, Crouching Tiger and, things like that. So it always helps to get certain films, you get non-diaspora audiences also watching, and that's always a fab thing. It's increasing a market. Like there's a market in China for Indian films, and so likewise Indian films. I hope more and more people who have not seen Indian films are able to watch them. And it's not just Hindi. I'm talking about the entire Indian industry.
So my last question is, how do you see the year 2023 for the industry?
It's begun spectacularly, so it should go to further laurels and all. It's begun very well. So well begun is half done, they say. So.
All right, so thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your inputs.
Thank you.
Thank you.